Yo, 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 what it is, what it do, what it look like. It's your boy JB, man. We about to wake that stuff on up, man. Let's go. We about to talk about this situation. Here go another, race topic, or another, you know, situation where they trying to make us look at each other as the enemy, which, we all know what it is, and if you don't, you kind of have an idea. Um, so this father run over, the police, man, and his son was knocked down the day before. And I don't know all the, we just getting here, a little bit of information, but supposedly he, stole the car, had a thing on him and was running. And it sounds like you can justify that. But you can't justify that to me when there's people that's not black, and they shoot up whole schools, or they do some all kind of wild crazy stuff where it's multiple bodies, you feel me? And they still get cuffed and get down to that police station. So that's the argument there, man. And my people was tired of it. We tired of just taking it, and it's different. Everybody said, well, it's not about race, and but the police, the ghetto thugs different, and the ghetto thugs usually are the black, even some of the Hispanic, depends what area you in, but really it's us. And do I agree with them? I don't see it being, if you got kids, and that happened to your kid, revenge is for sure. It's a thing, and maybe you can be the better person, but all that, marching and forgiving and vengeance is the Lord's and all that, that shit ain't got us nowhere. We still feeling the effect, and I see a lot of people, even the black people, try to make it a different, oh well, it's not like that. And I know really, the media is trying to make the tensions up. It's already, everything's racist. It's already trolls on comments, disrespecting, or they would say bots, however it go, that'll be like, saying some real disrespectful stuff and hateful stuff, man. And you can see, I don't know why they got so many police in this court hearing. It's beyond me, but they tried to intimidate him. They gave him the look, and he gonna go through hell. But I believe he's standing on business. He felt that they, took his son's life without reason. If he's running, did he fire any shots back? No one was hit, and it's people that do so much more, man. And they end up getting a time in court. You know what I'm saying? Getting their justice, and the judge is supposed to judge them, and all this ridiculous stuff. Well, not ridiculous how it's supposed to be, because I'm sure you could have took him in if he running and he threw the thing, or what I'm saying, because he didn't get active. And if he start getting active and busting at him, then I understand that. Police is always so scared, and it's always so dangerous, but they winning 90% of the time. And the only time they ain't winning is when a fool act a fool. He just get off first, and he like, hey, you don't touch me, whoop, and you go ham. So I understand the man's reasoning, and he looked, a couple of them racist bald head white boys in their eye, like, yeah, what I'm saying. You could see that the police, oh yeah, they can't wait to get you behind them walls and get that chance to get up in your cell. He finna, more than likely he not gonna be here too much longer. They gonna try to take him out, or they gonna make his stay really miserable. He gonna, next time we see him in court, he might have a, swollen up, or they might get the Aryan brothers or get somebody else to get him and unlock his cell. Y'all go get him. It is what it is, and this is what it's racist, and it's hateful people, and all that people that be like, oh, it's not about that, it's about money, and it's more white people doing crimes, it's more white people locked up, and all that stuff. I ain't see it, and I'm in Cali, and we a low percentage of the, in Los Angeles, we low percentage, and you go to jail, you gonna see a whole lot of folks. You gonna see a whole lot of, skin color like mine. and it's ridiculous. But I see I see the play they running, but for that man, I think and you know, you see the little comments, the little haters, the little racist people. Oh, the first time he was in his son's life, and and just assuming and just stereotyping, and you know, that's crazy. But he had some type of feeling about it. You know, the next day he went and found somebody. He found one of them, and you know, but that wasn't the one who did it, and da 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 da. They on the same code. They run the same code, just like the rest of the gangs. And them is the biggest gangsters in America, the biggest gang and the most ruthless, and have you know, the sister, everything behind them. So they, you know, they run their plays, and you know, he found one and got on him. Is he right? You know, I'm not the judge. I'm not, you know, the creator, so I can't say. But I definitely understand the feeling. I definitely understand somebody like, yo, y'all can't keep doing that, taking all our people, and we know a lot of unarmed black people lose their life to these police that's supposed to serve and protect. So, you know, it is what it is. But he about to go through hell, boy. But hey, his son not here no more, and sometimes, you know, that's, you don't feel like you got nothing to lose. You're gonna go ham. You're gonna go hard, and a lot of people praising it. I don't know how much praising you could do, because now it's the son gone, he gone. You know, even if he stay all of his days in the pen, but I don't think he gonna make it. I think you know, the way the police was looking at him, yeah, they can't wait to get a piece of that guy. You think you can just run over one of our partners, and yeah, it's gonna be ugly. But he stood on business, and he stood on what he believed, and he believed probably that his son didn't have to lose his life that way. Even if you know, breaking the law and doing stuff, a lot of people do, and a lot of people have their time in court to see the outcome. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts. And we keep hearing a lot of the, you know, with the brothers in the woods situations now, for the kids fighting in school, all these little things. You know what I'm saying? And we see the unfairness, the unjust in it, and we've been seeing it. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want to convict the police that put his knee on somebody's neck and so he can't breathe for 10 minutes or 9 minutes. So you know what, you know, it just shows what it is. You can sugarcoat it, you can act like it's not what it is, keep lying to yourself, but it's definitely you know, a hate for the blacks. You know what I'm saying? So we're not supposed to give none of that back. We're supposed to just accept it, do like our ancestors people, and sing gospel songs and say, "Oh, we forgive you." We ain't worried. Nah, that time is that time is almost don't exist no more. So I understand what he doing, or what he did, and why he did it, and you know, that's the only time, you know. I don't know. It makes sense, but then he's gonna feel the effect of it, and now him and his son is gone. But I understand it. Hell, my son gone, and maybe life just don't feel like worth living no more. So, you know, instead of just doing the cowardly act, now you can say that's a cowardly act, but they unalive a lot of our people, man. Sometimes they just reached and grabbed a lighter, or they got, you know, yeah, it's crazy, man. But y'all know what it is, man. And realistically, you know how they get in, and how they they police our people different. And it's only a time when people get fed up. How many times you supposed to just keep taking losses, and you taking our family, man, we taking our uncles, brothers, and sometimes it's not because they were the thuggish, ruggish. They had the burner, they was tripping, pressing the issue, they was dumping at them first, or they pulled the thing out and was getting off. A lot of times that's not the case. A lot of times they don't have nothing to defend themselves, to where you could have had the taser, you could have used the spray, you already got your backup coming, and just, you know what I'm saying? We not stupid. And see the play, but shout out to that man. I'm not saying that he's all the way right. He's all the way, did a good deed. But it's a time where, people get tired of keep on losing. You can't lose. You're taking people, children, and all that away for early because you don't like the way they look or you already prejudge them. That's a fucking problem. But anyway, man, it's your boy JB, man. Y'all let me know what it is.